Right, hello ladies and gentlemen, I think we're good to go. I think people are joining, so welcome back. FTRL, it's F1 yet again, and this time we're at Baku. Joining me as always is Lee Cole. How you doing, mate?
Good. Very well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing good. Gonna be fun to watch these boys try and drive around here.
Yeah, so this is a tricky circuit, definitely. It's kind of like the love child of Monza and Monaco. All into one, you've got top speeds coupled with unforgiving concrete walls. So there is no margin for error on the circuit, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see everybody finish this race thanks to a few accidents. But we shall see.
It's definitely going to be tough for a few of the guys, especially if you haven't done much practice, which I wouldn't advise coming to Baku.
No, definitely not. I did a lobby earlier with a couple of the guys, and it's a treacherous circuit. I think the two things we need to watch out for this week are it's going to be braking. Obviously, last week we had ERS management was kind of the key thing at Paul Ricard because there's no heavy braking zones. That's not a problem here, but for example, turn one. Somebody's in the wall already. That is one of the Has.
Wow.
Just flashed past. It might be. I think it's Panda.
Yeah, I was
possibly.
So it doesn't look like he has very much front wing left.
No, he carried on though, so that's.
Front wing looks
alright.
Aaron.
Oh. It's Aaron. I think Aaron's in the wall actually. Thankfully he is still going.
Yeah, he is.
So he's got away with that one.
Just into the castle.
Catching people out already. But yeah, so I was trying to stay there. Braking is going to be a key thing around here because I think it's turn 15. The downhill left-hander should come onto the sort of run towards the start-finish straight. There's no braking zone between that and turn one, and obviously you've got a kilometre-long straight, and that sort of fast left-right kink. So by the time you get to turn one, your brakes are going to be stone cold, and obviously F1 cars need their brake temperature to work properly. So we could see a few accidents into turn one. Obviously, it's going to be one of the key overtaking places with the DRS zone. You almost clip the wall again then. And then tyres as well. Obviously, the circuit's not got many sort of hard flowing corners like Megas and Beckett's or Parabolica or Eau Rouge. It's all very stop-start, right-angled corners. So the front tyres don't take much of a hammering around here, but the rear tyres definitely do. So to see people managing their rear tyres. I think there could be a few people, especially those without not using traction control. You could see a few tank slappers and people tagging the wall with the back end of the car.
Yeah, I think first couple of laps around here is always very tough. Obviously, all bunched up around the first couple of laps, so heading through the castle section is always tight.
Dean Aaron has made it back to the pits in one piece, so he can put a new wing on and he can go again, hopefully with less drama next time round. And as you can see already, a familiar sight at the top of the standings with the two Scarlet Ferraris, 1 and 2 on the grid, which has got to be the theme so far of F1, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, now you bring that up, we might as well run through the current top 10. So, current driver standings, Tico leads the way after his latest win in France. He's currently on 39 points, only above Zach due to the pole positions with the one that he's got so far this season. Zach's just behind him on 37. Lennon in the racing points is behind them on 20. And then we've got Panda, fourth currently at the moment, level 1 points with Lennon with also 20. Brandon in the Mercedes 5th on 19. CJ with 16. Ravers also on 16. And then the returning two-time champion Dutch Tricks currently in 8th, obviously missing the first race. He currently has 15 points. F3 with 6 in 9th, and then running out the top 10, Cole Andy with 4. So it's quite tight at the top already.
Quite at the top, so, and qualifying Looking much the same. You've got the three who were the main protagonists last time out, running 1, 2, and 3, and barely 2/10 between them all. So hopefully Dutch now back up to speed after having missed that first week, as you mentioned. You can hopefully take the battle to the Ferraris, and we can have a three-way battle this time rather than just those two clearing off into the distance. But I'm just watching Matt Cause, who's with us for the first time this year. Just go through the castle section there. That's going to be one of the key points on this lap because it is tricky.
Yeah, it's all about a balanced setup around here. I mean, I won't ask you too much how you're setting your car up for the race, just in case your rivals are watching. But like, I mean, it's about trying to find, like I say, that balance in it, because you've obviously got the huge straight, which is going to be perfect for overtaking. But at the same time, if you don't have that sort of downforce needed for the rest of the track, it's going to be quite easy to lose that DRS or get out of DRS. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see how each individual driver has set the car up. I'm sure a few teammates possibly are running the same setup, so.
So I think you have to go towards a sort of lower downforce setup here, just because there is so much of the circuit where you're at full throttle. It's just straight lines, so, and the corners are very slow. Most of them are sort of right-angled corners. So as long as you get the car stopped and rotated, obviously you're going to make up time on straight. But the first and third sectors are pretty much just flat out. It's that middle sector that's obviously quite tricky. You've got a few more corners in there, and obviously the castle there where it gets really narrow. They did a race earlier with Tico, Dutch, and
Stocky, wasn't it?
Stocky from F2, and I think Tico had a spin there. I think Dutch had a spin in the castle section as well. It's very easy to either spin or clip the barriers there, because obviously it's just so tight in that section. So
yeah, and with the
plenty
underlining
drivers out here
on this year's game as well, the little left underwheel where Charles Leclerc obviously crashed in real life. It's so much harder on this year's game to get your car through there.
Yeah, so the lack of or the reduced downforce from the front wings is obviously catching a few people out. So these are the best that we've got. So hopefully there should be fewer accidents in this one. When it comes to Wednesday, when myself and the other F3 guys are racing, maybe a few more accidents, but we shall see. So obviously these guys will be pushing really hard, and you don't have to go wrong by much, and you are in a concrete wall and out of the race, or at least the best case scenario is mine was a wing or some wing damage around here. But we shall see how we get on. Obviously we've seen Aaron already trip up one. Nobody else I've seen so far has had any offs.
Speaking of Aaron, he's just put his car P7 provisionally on the grid. Pretty decent time on the mediums. A few guys asking 137s in the chat. Yes, those Ferraris are very quick.
Yes they are. You can see, so Dutch is just a couple of tenths behind them, and then Bran, who's in fourth, is 7 tenths off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm expecting this could be a three-way battle between those three, but we shall see how they get on. Zach's just gone 37.3 there, so just put a bit of gap in between himself and his teammate.
That is crazy. That is insane speed.
That is quick. That is quick. It's very quick. So what have we got in the chat then? So Peakman, hashtag Team Ravers. So Ravers obviously our pole sitter from France. It's currently down in 13th. 41-0. I expect him to come out and have another go at that. And see if he can improve himself there. Nexus Cat, so it'll be tough to achieve. Let's hope you can have a race as good, if not even better than Germany. Did you watch the German Grand Prix yesterday?
I did. Blue Flag has just had a huge moment coming out of the castle section. He's done well to hold on to that, to be fair to him. But yeah, as you were saying.
Did you watch the German Grand Prix?
Yes, I did.
I say it was some race. I think after the procession that was the French Grand Prix in real life. obviously our races were full of action and excitement up and down the field. The real Formula One, not so much. The last 3 races have, well, just been absolutely fantastic.
There we go. Fully Flag's about to come across the line for his first timed lap. And stays 14th. I think that big moment didn't help him very much.
Yeah, definitely cost him, but I think it's just important to get a time on the board, and obviously he can regroup and go again. Obviously he's running with, I don't think he's got any of the assists on, has he, this year, so trying no traction definitely, which he's probably taking a bit of getting used to, but fair play
hats
to him.
off to him. You know, he stepped it up into, as you can definitely see, is a very quick division. So yeah.
Hyper GT wants to know what are the odds of a crash at turns 11 to turn 8 to turn 11? Obviously that's the castle section. I'm going to go with quite high.
95%. Somebody will definitely crash out there.
And Kevin just left the session, but I think he's got a time in, so maybe he's just disconnected. He's currently P6.
Onto the podium isn't doing too bad so far. Obviously he hasn't, I mean this in no disrespectful way, but he hasn't finished the race yet. And I mean, he's not doing too bad. I mean, he's on the softs at the moment. And a few guys behind him are obviously on the harder compound, but yeah, as long as he keeps it out of the wall, he's in with a good chance of points tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm expecting a couple of attritions, so obviously we've got 15, which I think is our highest for F1 so far this season in terms of turnout. I think we've had one of these first. F1's been quite a good turnout so far. We've missed a few. We'll come back to that one, but yeah, I'd say there's obviously 15 people going for 10 point scoring places, so we shall have to see. So Pagani in the chat say turn 2 lap 1 will be difficult with bunching. Turn 4 the first right-hander seems very difficult to find a braking point. Yep, I think turns 1 and 2 obviously where has everybody put it close together. There's obviously chances of wings being clipped in those sections. Obviously turn 4 is a tricky corner. So again, get another one of these sort of right angle corners. It's the first right-hander, but obviously it's got the big sausage curb on the inside as well. So if you bounce over that, it's you're heading straight for that wall on the outside, so obviously something else that the guys need to be aware of. Also, Pagani, give us that sweet setup, Lee. Well, okay, yes, you asked so nicely. I'm definitely going 11 on the front and 11 on the rear. Full Monaco setup for this one. So as much wing as you can do, sod the straights, just ace it in the corners.
For sure. That would definitely work.
Hey, it worked for Button at Monza in 2011, was it? Or 10? I can't remember what year it was. He just stuck all his wing on the back of his McLaren and then just basically used the corner, like made up all his time in the corners. And obviously he was just sitting kind of a sitting duck in the straights to the Ferrari eventually. But Alonso and Massa just couldn't get to him. Eventually, I think they jumped him in the pits, but okay, it could work. It could work.
Well, F3 pits. Under 3 minutes left, so I'm sure a few guys will be coming out now for their outlaps, as you can see. Though a few guys, I'm sure, are probably happy with their time and will just stay in the pit. Like,
yes, I think the Ferraris and Dutch, I don't expect to see them again. Obviously, Tico has got to within 1/10 of his teammate with a 37.4, and Dutch has closed in with a 37.5 as well, so they're now a whole second ahead of Brem in 4th. And then CJ in the Red Bull is 5th, ahead of Lennon. We've got Panda F3 onto the podium, and Aaron currently riding in the top 10. Cress in 11th. He's on an outlap with Matt Kors, also on an outlap. Coandy in the McLaren. Ravers has, I think he's finished for the session. And blue flag on his outlap as well.
There
so
is a Ferrari. Both Ferraris are coming back out. Now that genuinely surprises me.
I wonder if they're running different tyres this time.
No, they're both
So
still on the softs.
Tico's on the softs, and yeah, Zach is as well. So yeah, both coming out on the softs.
I mean, if they both think they can go even faster, I mean,
Do they
okay.
need? It's the question. I'm a bit worried about Dutch. Maybe that's my only reason I'm thinking. I say in terms of tyres around here, I think the soft to hard strategy, the one stopper, can work around here. But again, as usual, you're not going to get many laps on those soft tyres, especially with the qualifying run, and then obviously the full tank of fuel. So softs will maybe last 5-6 laps, and then obviously you're going to the hards, and then the mediums maybe like 10 or 11. But we shall see what the guys want to do.
I was just going to mention Tico is currently in a Mercedes sandwich, and I think he's holding Dutch up here. I think he's purposely backing off, and Dutch has had to slow right down. And now there's a McLaren flying up towards the back of them, which I think is Coandi. So Dutch is now going to have to move out of the way.
Lap, so he'll walk them out of the way. Oh dear, he's not going to be happy with that.
Tico has got massively in the way there, and I think Coandi will probably, well, he's going to have to retire. I don't think he's going to be able to even get back.
CJ just popped up in the fourth and split the Mercedes on the grid. Good luck him with 38.0. Pops him a tenth ahead of Bram.
Coandi won't be happy about that.
Pits. No, that was a little bit naughty there from Tico.
Yeah, I think Tico was clearly trying to slow Dutch down, and in doing so has compromised the McLaren as well.
Bram pitted, so I wonder if Bram was maybe trying to do the same thing to him, after being in front, but who knows? Maybe we're just speculating, causing
Panda in the meantime is, oh god! Wanted to find a different way to retire when I happened to go on board with him. But yeah, he snuck his way into P4, yeah.
37 seconds was a very quick lap there. Great jump up there from him. I think he was 7th or 8th before that, so put himself in amongst the big guys at the top.
So Aaron currently P10. Very much needs a good result around here. 2 P10s so far for Aaron, which, knowing him, he won't be happy with, without a doubt. So he'll definitely be wanting to get up there, I'm sure, today. Onto the podium, still hanging about in the top 10.
Indeed, yep, strong 9th position from him. He looks like he's on a lap as well, or whereabouts is he? He's just coming to end of his lap now. And he goes up to 8th. Deposits Matt Cause down a place.
So F3, Aaron's pulled out of his lap, he's pitting. F3's about to cross the line, so we'll go on board with him.
Chico crosses the line, does not improve. Dutch is missing his front wing, so I don't expect him to be going any quicker.
Can F3 move anywhere? Goes 8th, so pushes Matt Cause onto the podium down.
I think that's our lot.
I think it is. It's just Dutch waiting to either retire or go into the pits, but yeah, that is your grid. Another very mixed up grid. Some drivers where you wouldn't expect them. Andy obviously getting caught out is down there in 14th, so that's very unfortunate for him. Aaron again with quite a poor quali, down in P12. He has just bought a wheel though, so I don't know if he's using his wheel or not.
I don't think he was looking to use his wheel for F1 just yet. I think he said it was a little bit tricky to get used to on this, obviously GT Sport. A little bit easy to get used to, the car's a bit more forgiving. But yeah, there is our grid, and a lot of soft tyre runners as well. About the top 9 all running on softs. There it is, those Ferraris again. Hugo or Zach and Tico locking out the front row of the grid, 38 thousandths of a second between them, with Dutch Tricks just 0.134 seconds back in third, and he will share row 2 with Panda. CJ in 5th, Bran in 6th, Lennon 7th, F3 8 onto the podium, and rounding out the top 10 was Matt Cause. So everybody in the chat, it's time for your podium predictions. Get them in now, and we will read out the ones. Well, we'll read them out. Let us know what you think.
Championship currently level
Joe,
now as well, before the race even starts.
Joe, what are you going for, podium-wise?
I mean, with the pace that the front three have just shown, I can't pick anybody else to go on the podium other than those three. I'm not going to try and predict the order. Cheap way out, but yeah, I think the two Ferraris and Dutch, they walk way too quick.
Yeah, I think if they keep everything pointing in the right direction and keep their wing intact, it'll be difficult to see beyond them, although Dutch has just proved that even those three are human. Yeah. Sure. But yeah, I'm going to go Zach for the win from Tico, and Dutch in third.
Okay.
So yeah, as you are, I'm basically going to go everything status quo for the front three, and then all the action is going to come from behind. But they might prove me wrong. Obviously, the circuit here, DRS, and the start-finish rate, and on the straight they're on now. Plenty of passing opportunities, all aboard the FTRL train.
Can you take us through the formation lot?
Okay, so on pole position is reigning champion Zach in the Ferrari, and lining up alongside him is his teammate Tico, winner last time out. Battle about to recommence between those two. In third is the two-time champion Dutch Tricks, and alongside him is FTRL Panda. In fifth for Red Bull is CJ Slicks, and he's alongside the second Mercedes of Bram. Lennon in seventh at the first of the racing points, with F3 in his... he's in the Red Bull as well, isn't he? Yes, he's in Red Bull in 8th place. 9th, and fantastic effort there from onto the podium, and he will share row 5 with Matt Kors, racing with us for the first time this season. Blue flag, running no assists in the Alfa Romeo, runs up in 11th, alongside second of the Hazes in Aaron. Krez 13th in the second of the racing points, and he shares row 7 with Coandy. Obviously he'll be a little bit disappointed after having his lap ruined at the end of quali, and pole sitter last time, and this time bringing up the rear. So are we going from a last to first? Raver's revenge on his own on row 8.
Very nice.
So what we've got saying who...
It'll be interesting to see if Coandy sends that incident into the stewards, which might have bearing on the result at the end of the race.
Perhaps this race, perhaps maybe next one, but we're going to say we shall see. So Nexus Cat's podium will be one of the Ferraris, Lennon and Matt Kors. So he's expecting Lennon and Matt Kors to be coming through, and possibly getting some of the big guys to trip themselves up. Peatman, Ravers, Donzo, TRS. Interesting. If Donzo and TRS get podiums in this race, well, anything can happen.
I mean, literally anything can happen.
Donzo reckons Zach, Dutch, Tico. Dan reckons Dutch, Hugo and F3.
Here we go.
So, yes, here we go. Lights are on. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're racing.
Looks like a pretty good start from Tico. He's trying to go up the inside of his teammate already.
Ooh, side by side.
Side by side. Ooh,
There's a little bit of contact. In the contact in the background. And he gets the drop at him into turn 2. Oh, Dutch up the inside there has to avoid the action. It's all fairly clean.
Yeah, everybody's got through there.
Dropped a couple of places. This is blue flag off the line. Brown on the move up to 5th. Oh, on the inside there, one of the Red Bulls on the racing point.
Well, Lennon's going to try and have a look at the Yeet. Oh! F3, I think, clipped the wall. I don't think he's took any damage because I think it hit his side pod, but he definitely went for a bounce. Went and had a look at the inside of Panda. Couldn't quite get the move done though.
But despite all our worries, everybody seems to have got through fairly cleanly. Aaron up 2 places into the top 10 already. Good start from him.
Fantastic opening lap from the boys, must be said. Very
That's why
clean.
they're F1. They are the best we've got. We'd expect no less.
Very true. Very true.
They head now through these fast sweeping corners before this downhill braking zone. They're a very tricky corner. They see the Ferraris. They're really leaping over those curbs. Obviously must be within the limits of the game, otherwise they wouldn't be doing it. And now onto this long start-finish straight to do the quick left-right switch. Hugging that wall on the right-hand side there as they come through. Dutch, and he seems to have in the slipstream of Zach. There's no DRS yet, but on the ERS, he's coming.
Ooh. He's got the
Gets the
speed.
inside. And takes the corner around the position.
Ooh.
Finish from wide
Wow.
of the curb. And
That was
Zach gets the
close.
switch back and gets it
That
done.
was extremely close. How Dutch has not hit that wall,
Big slide from Hugo there. I think he touched the
I
wall
will never know.
on the exit, and here comes Dutch again. Side by side further back as well.
Oh, another slide by
TJ and
Zach.
Bran.
Touch up the
Dutch gets
inside.
back up the inside, and Bran on the inside as well.
Got to love two champions fighting it out like that. It's the equivalent of Vettel Hamilton. Fantastic.
Without the spin this time.
Yeah.
So a bit of a break with the top six just getting away a little bit at the minute. F3 a little bit off the back of Panda. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
while that's all
somebody just
going on,
mentioned in the
Tico is
comments.
clearing off.
Blue
TK's
flag, I
clearing
think, has
up.
got some damage. He's currently 25 seconds off the back of his teammate.
Let's drop to the back. Potentially a spin, or has he gone down one of the slip roads, perhaps? No doubt we shall find out from him a little later on, but yeah, he's either had a trip up one of the escape roads and had to reverse out, or a spin.
Bran is right on the gearbox, the CJ hit. No DRS
He's got
just yet.
Panda right on his gearbox as well, so could we see a double overtake coming on here? Panda on overtake. Here goes Bran. Double slipstream for Panda behind him.
Yeah, Panda might be a little bit
Is he
too
going to do it,
far
Danny
back.
Rick?
Bran might go for it. Oh, a little bit of
Good
contact.
defense. CJ puts.
Ooh.
Oh, that's some wing there from. Oh, Bran's lost half his front wing, I think.
Yeah, I think he lost it on the
Yeah, he lost his end plate. Lost his end plate.
wall on the exit.
Just a bit of a squeeze there. Are we going to see him pitting early to get off of those soft tyres then?
The RS active though. Panda makes the move on CJ.
Ooh, bit of tyre rub. Couple of white smoke there as they came together.
Good move by Panda that. Made
By
it
the look
stick.
of Red Bull
And now
Brand
he's
behind
chasing
as
down the
well.
Ferrari.
F3 and Matt Cause now very close together behind them. In 7th and 8th, they're now starting to catch up with that group. Started battling.
Oh, Aaron trying to get up the inside of his rival last season.
Not the place to do it there. In the section, obviously very processional here. Hopefully he'll get
We've
through
got
okay.
yellows. Sector 1. Is that? Yeah, it's blue flag.
Blue flag. Blue flag is out.
Yeah, those guys are taking that curb quite. I mean, I wouldn't want to take that much curb there. I'd definitely end up on the wall.
I wouldn't either, but
That's why they're 2
carry the
seconds
speed, clearly.
quicker.
I saw Dutch and Tico talking about it earlier. Dutch was saying like I wouldn't dare
Look at
take
the
that
run
much curb.
F3's got. Oh, F3 had that much of a run there. He's gone straight into the back of Brown. I don't think he's lost any wing. Oh,
Aaron and Lennon
who's that
together
come
as
out
well.
of nowhere? Is that Matt Cause?
It is, yes. Matt Gall's been to 6th place.
Well, a couple guys in, Brant and Lennon. Let's see if we can quickly
Bren obviously
get
expected. Oh, I thought the podium so wide in turn 1 there. I think he almost lost his wing, but I think he gets it out the wall.
So Brant has gone onto the mediums, and the Racing Point has put on the hards as well as a change of front wing.
So I expect Brandon now to be 2-stopping. I don't think he'll get those mediums to the end. Lennon, it's probably a bit of a stretch. Like we said, mentioned earlier, this circuit very hard on rear wear, rear tyres. You've got a lot of these just stop-start corners where you low gears, just flooring it. and he just eats rear tyres the circuit. So after all that, let's have a quick run down. Tico out in front to the tune of 2.1 seconds. He's got Dutch in second place. Yellow flag sector 1 again.
Lennon's gone this time. I'm not sure where they keep losing it in sector 1. Maybe turn 1. I know it is quite a difficult corner. Turn 1.
Turn 3, perhaps.
4 laps down and 2 drivers down.
Dutch has got Zach in DRS range here. There could be an overtake in turn 1.
Yeah, Zach is quite close here. Oh. Dutch.
Into the pits comes Dutch.
Yeah, should have been a little bit further over to the left there.
But all in all, that Panda just taking the fastest lap there, and now he is right on to Zach's tail. So maybe don't discredit Panda from this yet.
I'll run up to P6 now on the hards, won't be stopping for a while, so...
Good run from him, 6 places up already. Yeah, so very good run from him, especially on the hard side as well.
Want to body him up to P7, still to also pit on the softs. Panda is right on the back of that Ferrari now.
Showing good pace around here. I'd say it's so tight through there, but those two just make it look so easy. So I feel I'm probably miles away from the walls in there, but I feel like I'm about to crash into one every second I'm in that sector, to be honest. So on lap 5, so this is probably about the time I would expect people to start getting off the soft tyres. She did a qualifying run and 4 or 5 laps at racing speed with a full tank of fuel, so they're going to be past their best. Now, do we see anybody pitting this lap?
Yeah, I think
Hugo's going. I think Zach's going for the pit.
Yeah, Zach is definitely. Oh no, Tico's pit. The Ferrari's gone a double stack. Wow. Okay. I don't know if they're in a party together, but communication clearly isn't there because Zach now is going to get held up and Tico's car isn't moving. Okay, there we go, it's gone. So Zach has lost a lot of time there.
Yeah, so last week he was in I think Tico was in a party with Dutch, wasn't he, last week?
I mean, that essentially puts Panda, if he can have a decent in-lap, I would assume he would pit on this lap to avoid losing too much time. I mean,
so Tico has rejoined right in front of Dutch, and Zach is 7 seconds, but 8 seconds behind them. He has lost out big time there.
Yeah, I'm very surprised he didn't carry on going there because he could clearly see his teammate pitting. Unless he just knew the tyres couldn't go any longer. Another crash in sector 1, F3 this time.
Turn 3, I think it is turn 3. Yeah, you're on your cold tyres. It's the first real heavy braking point from speed. I think it just catches people out, cold brakes, cold tyres.
Hopefully he carries on.
Yeah, he's carried on. He's possibly got a little bit of front wing damage. We shall see. Shall have a look now. He looks to be missing end plate from the right hand side. Not had a shot yet. So what can Panda do now? He's got clear track. I expect him in this time. Those soft tyres won't last much longer.
Yeah, Panda's
yes,
in.
Here he comes.
Oh no! He tricked us.
Tricked me. Interesting. Now, has he gone beyond the crossover points? Obviously, he'll benefit from having better tyres at the end. But he must be confident that he's kept them in good nick.
I mean, he's got clear air.
Paul's also carrying on. He's ran now up into second place, and Aaron, obviously who you'd expect to be running a bit longer, in third. So maybe
somebody has informed Panda of Zach's ill-informed pit stop. So Panda might push for an extra lap with the clear air. and then pit maybe.
Indeed. Oh,
Onto the
and
podium's
onto the
gone.
podium's gone round.
Oh, that's a shame.
Turn 3 again. Turn 3, he's catching a lot of people out so far.
I mean, he's still in the race though.
Damage on the left side of his front wing. So he'll need to stop for that. He's
Zach is still in
he's still the
P10.
soft, isn't he? So I don't think he's stopped yet. So if he wasn't already coming in this lap, he's definitely coming in now.
Yeah. F3 has just come out of the pit following his crash on the previous lap, so hopefully he can keep it out the wall. He's gone onto the mediums.
This is what Zach needs either. Zach now caught up behind onto the podium as they go through the castle section. This is going to cost him even more time. He's already over 8 seconds behind.
Losing. Zach just wants to get
through.
through.
Now.
Onto the podium now. Well, then he's
Fight
right
too
to fight
hard.
that.
Oh, is he in the wall again? There goes some more of his front wing.
Oh, Zach has took a lot of curve there.
Zach. He's pushing now.
Tico's right on the back of Ravers here.
This time.
We'll definitely make him
Panda's
move.
in. Matt Call's carrying on again. Interesting. What size Matt Call's on?
He is on the mediums though, Matt Cause.
Ah, okay. Yeah, right. That makes more sense then.
So Tico gets past Ravers. Dutch is a little bit too far back to have a look into turn 1. But we'll definitely have a look
critical
into turn 3.
Can Tico get a bit of a gap while Dutch is tucked up behind Ravers? Obviously Ravers and Dutch will have DRS. But I think the superior grip of that Ferrari will keep him out of the clutches of Ravers.
Here we go then. Dutch
now
trying
to
to
the
look at the
inside.
inside of Ravers.
And gets it done.
Bit of a lock up from Ravers, still got it though. Oh no, there we go. Dutch gets the move done. Up into P6.
Panda's come out 4 seconds behind Ravers and Dutch, so maybe not worked out. Maybe that was 1 lap too long. But obviously now he's got 1 lap less, or 2 laps on Dutch in terms of tyre freshness, so can he use that in the latter part of this race? But he has cleared Zach to the tune of nearly 5 seconds, so he's definitely now in podium contention.
Yeah. No doubt. But Tico now, you would expect to...
Takes onto the podium for 11th into turn 3. Meanwhile, having started at the bottom end of the top 10, he is now leading. It's Matt Cors and the Toro Rosso. The Dane train leads the race.
Got quite a gap behind him as well, so just needs to keep his head down.
So imagine probably in the next
Cress
2 or
is in.
3 laps we'll see Matt Cors pit, as Tico just hits the fastest lap.
Don't know why I said Cress, I just saw a C. He's on the hards though, which is quite surprising. He must have damage. Yeah, change of front wing. Onto the mediums. So Zach's still struggling. 5 seconds still to gap to Panda.
Tico just cleared Cress for 3rd. Dutch has now dropped back to probably 2 seconds off the back of Tico now, so Tico's starting to build that gap again. And he's got a car in between them as well.
Panda will be coming up to the back of that Sauber pretty soon, or Alfa Romeo should I say. Burp.
Nexus Cats in the chat. Matt Cors is leading. I am in disbelief. That's a few of us. Few of us can believe it. He was praying for rain earlier on. It's just not arrived. It is clear blue skies. But yeah, strategy's currently paying off. So he's definitely looking to elevate himself up from where he started.
Dutch is in
So
DRS.
still waiting for him to do his pit stop. But looking comfortable at the moment. So he goes on to lap 10.
Might be a little bit too far back, Dutch, but he does have the DRS, which will get him closer. So he'll line it up for turn 3, similar to Ravers. Oh, huge slide by Cress, and that's just going to make it so easy for Dutch. Up
Straight down the inside. You'd expect him to on the tyres
Dutch
anyway.
now as well.
Tico in DRS range, but not close enough to Aaron this time around. Get it done.
Anders closed in by another half a second on Ravers.
Maintaining his gap as well to Zach. So Zach still got some work to do here.
So Aaron has closed in on Matt Coles by a second since the last I checked. Tico is right up behind Aaron as well through the castle section.
Oh, did Aaron just bump the wall there?
Oh.
Big slide there on the curb. It's going to let Tico up the inside. That's not really an overtaking place.
He's
But he gets it done.
What a move.
What a move. Just thought superior traction there. Again, you see that line there from Tico just straight over that curve on the inside.
Oh, look at the time gains,
might see a few people trying that tomorrow on Wednesday.
I mean, it's clearly faster, but Tico has superior skill. I will definitely not be trying that. I will be going straight into the wall if I try that.
I might try it, but with damage off. just to see if I can make it. I could do it, and then try it with damage off. Whether I could do it 26 times or not is a different story.
Yeah. Well, Aaron has DRS to help him
on
stay
Raiders,
on the back of Tico.
for 6th, gets the DRS overtake, and in turn 1 he takes back 6th position.
Nice.
His target is now Cress. He's also probably just extended his gap slightly over Zach. It's probably over 5 seconds now. So Zach not making the headway. And does that double pit stop definitely looks like it's cost him.
Yeah, strange decision that from Zach. Dutch is the next driver to try and get past Aaron.
Tico has taken a second out of the leader, Matt Coles. But Matt Coles still showing good pace. Oh, just as I cut to in there, big slide over. He tries the curb hopping route. Bit of a slide on the exit, but fairly clean. Currently enjoying a helicopter shot, which of this circuit is absolutely breathtaking.
Very nice. Dutch right on the back of Aaron.
Hanging left, is he in this time? He is. Matt Coles into the pits, so race leader pits, and that hands the lead back to Tico.
Dutch gets the move done.
Having to overtake, same with Dutch. Aaron also continuing on his way as Dutch gets it done.
So where will Matt Coles come out? Onto the hard tyre.
Looks like it'd be a comfortable 8th place.
Yeah.
Especially with CJ pitting, so yeah, Matt Coles into 8th. What can he do for the remaining 14 laps about the car ahead of him, which is Zach?
Yeah, Zach is struggling at the moment. Panda now closing up to the back of Cress. Aaron is holding on to the back of Dutch as well. I think the DRS helped him though. I think through the castle section now Dutch will probably pull away.
Yeah, that extra added traction has got him out of DRS range for the straights.
Oh,
so
Aaron's hit the wall. I don't know how he's not got damage from that. Panda is in DRS though with Cress, so we'll definitely be looking to make a move into turn 1, and then we'll be eyeing up his teammate next. Oh, look at the speed he's got. Wow.
That's close.
You don't tend to break through there, and Panda had to break quite dangerously.
He gets it done, but Crest dives into the slipstream.
Yeah, I thought Cress was going to have a look at the inside there.
Thought better of it though, which is probably the wise choice, because he's probably not racing Panda at this stage of the race. This is kind of the strategy I employed last week when the cars who were ahead of me caught behind me. There's just no point racing them because you ruin your own strategy. Okay, so obviously Crest running long, he started on the hards. He's obviously needs to get to a lap where he can swap onto either the mediums or the softs. So he doesn't want to wear his tyres out needlessly battling with Panda at this stage.
Yeah, he's fallen out of
CJ
DRS.
just goes up the inside of Bran into turn 1. Takes the final point scoring position away.
Bran's going to have DRS though, so he might have a look at re-overtaking CJ yet.
Defending the inside. Turn 3, Bran gets it done on the outside.
Oh,
Lock
this
up there,
touch!
bit of contact. Oh, just kept up the wall. Good driver there from
Bran's going to hold the
Bran.
inside line up. Oh,
Bran giving each other room there. It's fair driving. Hard but fair from the pair. But this battle is not over and done with just yet. So CJ's still on his tail, if he can stay there.
Zach is on the back of Ravers. And, oh, sector 3. Who's that? Not too sure. I've been onto the podium. But yeah, Zach gets past Ravers, as you would expect, into turn 1. I don't think Ravers will fight back very much against this. Panda is within a second of his teammate now as well. If you're Aaron, do you let him through? I mean, I'm sure he will.
Just watching CJ and Bran as they head down and start finishing straight. CJ DRS open. Moves to the inside. And gets the pass done early. Bran go in. No, cuts across in front. And this time makes the overtake stick. They head down into turn 2 though. The roles will be reversed and now Bran will be the one with the DRS.
Yeah, I think CJ's got... Oh, Bran's had a massive moment. I think CJ's got a much better run now. I don't think there's going to be enough room.
He's on the medium tyres as well, so he's probably got more grip at this stage, but is he going to have to stop again? I'd imagine so, so CJ probably wants to get a move on. Try and put some distance between himself and Bran. Good drive from Andy, up from 14th, currently running P9. Bit of a lonely race for him at the moment. 5 seconds ahead of him to Matt Coles and 22 behind to the battle between CJ and Bran.
There we go then.
As the Haas go side by side down the start finish straight, and an easy overtake for Panda to retake 3rd. Showing Magnussen and Grosjean how you battle each other fairly.
Teammates can use this now as well. If Aaron stays within the DRS of Panda, Panda just pulls him along, pulls that gap on Cress. That will help Aaron out massively.
Indeed, just trying to look where he'll drop back in. You can imagine he'd fall in around, probably behind Andy. Ahead of CJ, there's a big gap there between Andy and CJ, so Aaron and Cress are light and Ravers likely to fall into that gap. So the question of what can they do about the guys ahead of them, depending on what tyres they go on to. Oh, Aaron was deep into the first part of the castle then. And meanwhile at the front, Tico looking fairly serene, but the gap now under 2 seconds. Dutch maybe just starting to apply a little pressure.
Panda's not hanging about either. He wants to get on with it. He's pulling a gap to his teammate. Meanwhile, Zach is causing up to Cress as well. other side of the
Chris
track.
pits.
F3's on the
So
back
that
of onto the
gets out
podium.
of Zach's way. Oh dear. Locks up as he enters the pits, but I think he got away with it.
Aaron's
And
in as
also
well.
cleared up Aaron as well. So that helps out Zach quite handsomely. He gets those two cars out of his way.
Commander goes through into P6.
Oh, crossover there between Ravers and Crest. That was close. And Aaron back out into 7th, with Crest into 8th. And you imagine the Ravers just went wide out of the pits there. He drops into P9. Quite comfortably so.
Yeah, Andy
So,
will have to
for the
stop
first
again.
time this
But he's not doing too bad at the minute.
No, so for the first time this season, everything's fairly strung out. We've had 2 races where the Ferraris have been nose to tail for the entire race. This time it's not quite worked out that way, but Tico looking fairly serene, keeping that gap
F3
at
might
about
have a
2
look on onto the
seconds.
podium now into turn 3. Onto the podium goes defensive. F3's going to try and go around the outside onto the podium, defending hard, as we all know he likes to do. And doesn't give F3 an inch.
Again, giving each other room, that's what we like to see. Nobody put on the wall.
Through the transfer section again, there you go. Well, I mean, after 17 laps, only losing 2 drivers, I would say is quite good so far. I mean, I've probably just massively jinxed it, but... Oh, yeah, I say that as onto the podium literally goes into the wall. He's lost quite a bit of wing on the left.
Yeah. So that'll be another pit stop.
Just noting the
Might
speed
possibly go for the soft tyres and might last. A lot of speed through there for a man with only half his wing.
Yep.
Be more inclined to feel a little bit easier. That's just me.
Well, while there's no gaps, we might as well go on board with our current leader. Give him some screen time. He's opened up the gap to around 2 seconds again. So he's
just keeping it there, isn't he? Just keeping it about the same. It's very
fighting
evenly
back.
matched. Panda has closed up a little bit. He's probably taken about a second out of Dutch. Now he's down to 2.7.
Oh, Dutch had a massive moment. Huge slide. I just saw in the background.
Couple of tenths to Tico. Yellow flag sector 1, is that onto the podium? Oh no, it's F3.
Yeah, F3's gone
He's
off.
run on
I
at
think
turn
he's kept
3.
it out the wall, yeah.
Turn 3, yep. Turn 3 again there. It's just... So that's some of the guys in F2 and F3 to keep an eye on. Turn 3 proving very problematic. So the podium's come back out on the mediums, so all being well, that'll be him going to the end. Maybe too far out for the softs. Aaron just sets the fastest lap.
Closing in on the back of that McLaren.
Indeed, Co-Andy having a great race in 14th, now running in 6th. With Matt Cole just started, I believe, 9th, running in 5th, so big movers there. Aaron from 12th, running in 7th. And Crest started 13th, he's running in 8th. Ravers, who was 14th, I believe. No, he's 15th, wasn't he? Sorry, he was on the back row. Yeah, P9, so big movers from those guys. Making their alternate strategies work.
Co-Andy is struggling, I think, at the moment on those quite old mediums. Aaron is flying at the moment, though. Oh no!
Jinxed it.
This is why commentators shouldn't commentate. The race should just happen in silence, and then we'll just do the interviews afterwards.
The race should happen, and then we should commentate over the race. A replay of the race. That's
There you go.
the safest way to do it.
Starting from next week, that's what we're going to do.
Oh,
CJ's gone now as well. Yep, same place as Aaron. So that moves Bran up into the top 10. F3 and onto the podium will move up as well. And with Aaron to
safety car.
To pit.
Safety car is out.
Oh.
So for the first time this season, the safety car has been deployed.
Well, that's going to throw things everywhere. If you're the top guys now, do you come in for the softs?
Well, we shall have to see. So we've got Krez, Aaron, Ravers all pitting. They're going to go into the soft tyres, I think. Obviously,
Aaron's going to need a front wing.
He knows as well, but this is a free pit stop for those. Yeah, Krez onto the softs. Ravers.
Bran got a drive-through penalty.
Also go to the softs. Yeah, Bran speeding in pit lane.
I think he got the penalties for speeding under the safety car. He's pitting now. Did he start on the softs, or does he have a set?
He did, yes. Bran started on the softs.
Oh, you get a race set anyway, don't you?
He clearly clipped a wall somewhere, but he's going on to the. Okay, he's going onto the softs as well. F3 in the pits. So all these guys at the back could suddenly.
I mean, if onto the podium doesn't pit, he's gonna. I mean, he's obviously gonna close the pen away, but I think onto the podium should pit anyway. He's only on one lap old mediums, but everybody around him will be pitting for the softs. But he stays out.
The first question is, are they going to catch the safety car? So imagine the safety car will be waiting for Tico this lap.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the safety car anywhere. Does Tico pit though for the softs? He looks like he's pulling over to the left. Dutch though. Nope, he pits. Panda in as well. What looks like a race that Zach had thrown away, it's now thrown him back into it. Crest now gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Zach as well.
Needs to slow down.
What does Matt Cause do?
Matt Cause surely will pit because he's now got a chance at a podium.
Co-Andy, that's probably come at the right time for Co-Andy. See, we saw him struggling on those tyres. And now he gets. Oh, one of the Ferraris is.
Yes, why would.
Oh, Dutch has gone off at turn 2. And Panda's overtaken him.
Interesting. Okay.
I think Dutch came out of the pits and he misjudged the braking for turn 2.
Has he lost any wing or did he go into the runoff?
Panda's gone.
Okay.
I think he went into the runoff. I just caught him reversing and Panda is now P2.
Wow.
Wow. Well.
Okay.
Drama under the safety car.
Well, we're about to have a league race 5-lapper. Top 10 have all pitted for softs. And we'll
Sack had to take a new nose as well, so Matt Cause is now 4th. So this race maybe has just inched away again from Zach. Andy taking that extra pit stop, he's jumped ahead of Cress, he came in the lap before. Ravers has leapfrogged Aaron. Bran now in 10th place. But he can now also close up, so this is going to be a very interesting finale. Onto the podium has not stopped, which could potentially cost him. However, with everybody bunched up again together now, we're going to see some moves, or we're going to see some accidents. Hopefully not.
Probably both.
Probably all of the above.
So I don't think... I mean, will the safety car wait for everybody, or... Because Bran is nearly 30 seconds back.
Well, it depends how long the safety car stays out for. Krez, Ravers and Aaron have just caught the back of the train. But like you say, Bran, F3 and onto the podium are still some way back. Looks like it's staying out another lap though. Yeah, he's got another lap, so maybe they do have a chance to get caught up. So yeah, maybe it is going to stay out.
Yeah, because I think...
everybody gets caught up.
Will definitely stay out until everybody's caught up. Which...
So, onto the podium, if you can hear us, pit. Go for the softs. You've got time.
I mean, with only 5 laps to go and 30 seconds to close up, I mean, you're going to be going very slowly, but
F3 still on the mediums as well. He could maybe do with pitching here, but he's
I think
carry
F3 did pit, but he put on another set of mediums. He might not have. He might not have had another set of softs because I think he's already pit a few times, hasn't he?
This is true. This is true. So podium carrying on to here. Maybe he's in the same boat as well, and maybe he hasn't got any softs left. But yeah, so the train is just going between turns 3 and 4. Brand's just coming up with turn 3, so he's going to be caught up shortly. F3 is not far behind him, so yeah, they'll be with the train shortly. Onto the podium, just going around turn 3 now. Yeah, so we should all be together by the end of this lap. So it was like a 5-lap sprint.
With everybody bunched up, a couple of crashes, and onto the podium might have his first points.
Indeed.
Ooh,
Indeed.
huge slide from Aaron. I don't know if he was just trying to warm his tyres up, but he had a huge
safety car, Aaron. Please do not crash into the safety car. Ericsson is not here to bail you out.
I've already jinxed him once, so I'm just gonna stay away from Aaron.
You should like, no, we'll not watch Aaron. We've jinxed him once. Onto the podium has just caught the back of the train now, so the whole field is together.
So will the safety car pit this lap? I
The
don't
lights
see
are
any
still
reason
on.
why it would go on
Carry
for another
on.
lap.
So let's just see what Tico does. If the car, yeah, lights
we
go
go.
off. So safety car in this lap.
Okay,
Tico starts to back everybody up.
Hopefully it doesn't catch anybody out.
Everybody's starting to jostle for position.
Lovely helicopter shot there under the safety car. Wow.
Tico just waiting for the right moment to go. Panda is poised and ready. We're going to see some moves into turn 1, I think. When does Tico go?
Here we go. Oh no, he baited it.
Oh, that cause nearly. Oh, now he's gone. Now he's gone. Oh no, Tico's got a penalty.
Oh. Tico.
And Podium's got a penalty as well.
Yeah, Tico tried to fake the restart, which
Panda to the outside.
Ooh.
Dutch is in there as well. Oh, Matt Course to the inside. Dutch up the inside of Panda.
Panda holds it.
Panda holds
Tico
on
really needs to get
Aaron
away.
Takes Andy and Ravers. He's back up to 7th. Brand does Ravers as well. Ravers is going backwards.
Dutch is going to dive up the inside of Panda. Oh! He somehow managed to not spin the car, but there was a lot of contact and a lock-up as well into turn 4. Matt Cause now right on the back of him.
Oh, Ravers has gone round. Out of turn 4.
4 laps left.
It's all wrong for Ravers.
Might just retire the car at this point. The last spot onto the podium in F3, up into 10th and 11th.
And the gap has slightly opened up between Dutch and Panda, so we've got 2 for the lead. Dutch has got Matt Cause and Zach for company.
If I were Panda now, he's got the 5-second penalty. I wouldn't even try and overtake him. I would just stay in his DRS. And yeah, I mean, that'll be that.
That kind of depends on what Dutch does though, doesn't he? He can't really...
That's true.
Obviously Tico's going to want to get his foot down and go, because he needs to build a gap. But at the same time, with Dutch, he's just out of DRS range at the moment, so he might...
Yeah, Matt Cause has got to run anyway. Matt Cause might be about to get onto the podium. He's obviously no DRS yet. He just doesn't have enough speed. He's going to try and go around the outside though. Oh, he might get the jump.
Oh,
he's done it.
Still got the inside though. Turn 2.
Rise the
on each
curve
other
a little
again.
bit.
Wheel to wheel.
Now it's a drag race.
Who's got the most DRS? Matt Cause is on 4. Dutch is on 5.
Dutch has got back in front.
Dutch has just held him off.
And now Zach is trying to join in.
And Cress as well. And Aaron. And Co-Andy. Brand just a little wide out of turn 4, but he's not far off the back of that train either. Here it is, the FTRL train has pulled into the station. It's all aboard.
Choo choo.
Raver's in the pits for a new wing, some fresh tyres. So he'll be hoping that some of the guys ahead of him drop out. Onto the podium, just falling off the back a little bit now. Same with F3 though, the medium tyres just haven't got the grip to keep up with the guys ahead of them. We're all on the soft. Panda right under the rear wing of Tico again. And they've just pulled away from Dutch a little bit more this lap. So it looks like it's between these two. And at the moment, Panda is the net race leader. Like I said, what does he do? Does he attack or does he just sit there?
I think he'll probably monitor the gap to Dutch, and if Dutch starts causing in, he will probably try and overtake Tico. Meanwhile, Matt Cause has gone up the inside and has moved into the top three. Coandy's got a penalty.
Just as Aaron did him there, just forced him wide over that curb on exit at turn 1, and that's given him the 3 second. I was going to say that there aren't many places you can get track limit warnings, apparently that's the only one.
Matt Cause is going to try and defend the inside, but Dutch just has way too much speed.
The outside.
Oh, Dutch has gone into the wall.
So a little bit. Oh,
Dutch is trying to defend. Matt Cause is going to have to try and hold on. Ooh. It's all getting a bit close. Matt Cause might just about hold on.
And now Aaron to the outside of Zach.
Oh no, don't try it there.
Your wheels.
Don't try it here. You can't go side by side through here.
That is not a place you overtake.
Oh no, Matt Cause hit the wall! No, Matt Cause. Oh no.
There goes his wing.
And now Aaron's...
Matt Cause, here comes Tico up the inside. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Zach up the inside.
What is going on?
Matt Cause in the wall. And Matt Cause is gone.
Retired.
Matt Cause is gone.
Onto the podium is in the points. F3 is up to 7th. Yeah, more carbon fibre flying everywhere.
Yeah, this is absolute carnage. Just when you thought this race was turning into a bit of a procession.
What an ending.
Wow.
And after all that, Dutch now has got a comfortable lead for the podium after it looked like Matt Cause had got the move done.
Panda right under the rear wing of Tico. He's not letting him get away. Doesn't need to do anything there. They've now got 5 seconds. So Tico is technically
needs to play
P2.
now.
Panda just needs to sit there. And take the win.
Aaron up into P5.
Will he know though? Will he know? He won't know, surely.
Well, yeah, that's... I mean... Blue Flag having crashed out, I'm sure they'll be in a party together. So yeah. I'm sure Blue Flag would have informed Panda that Tico's got a penalty. Aaron now is right on the back of Zach.
You've got Coandy hanging on there despite contact with the wall. Saw some carbon fibre off, I didn't see what flew off. So you can see he's got his front wing intact. Just keeping pace. Yeah, his wing
carbon
intact,
fibre definitely flew off somebody's car. So I'm not sure who it was. Was it Aaron's? No, Aaron's front wing looks fine. Maybe it was Zach's. Zach is all over the back of Dutch though.
Way of Dutch. Dutch is struggling.
Yeah, maybe it was Dutch.
Oh, Aaron into the wall hard there. Side on contact though, so he should have got away with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's took any damage. Yeah, Dutch must have damage. Look how slowly he's going. Oh, he doesn't have damage. Why is Dutch going so slow? Not like him.
Here goes Tico, Zach to the right hand side.
DRS open.
Back in for the slipstream, but
Aaron's going to have a look as well.
3 wide. Who's going to be latest on the brakes?
Oh, Aaron's been forced wide, and he's going to try and go around the outside.
He's done. Oh, what's happened to Tico?
Oh
Suddenly
no!
Tico's in the mix.
There's nowhere for anybody to go.
Oh my god! No. This is the final lap in amongst all this. Oh, Ferraris into each other! Oh, they've crashed! Oh, and Aaron as well!
Wow! Did the Ferraris hit each other?
The Ferraris hit each other. Zach has got away with it. He's got some front
Coandy
wing
is on the
damage.
podium. And is right on the back of Dutch. Might try and make a
Ravers
move.
is going to pick up points here. Ravers will pick up points when he goes past. Aaron is still going. Chico
Dutch
is gone.
has got so much damage. Andy is up into P2. Scenes.
He's struggling now. Here comes
Absolute
Zach
scenes.
again. F3 could be on the podium here. He was 11th a minute ago.
Wow. Aaron is somehow trying to hang on for
He's still at
P6 with no front wing.
Got onto the podium.
Oh, somebody else
contact
has just hit the
behind.
wall.
Bran and Caress are into each other.
Keep going, boys, because you're going to get points no matter what. Just keep going. Don't retire.
Dutch, Hugo, F3 all together.
Oh, Aaron has just got no wing.
If F3 can just navigate these. Oh my goodness, Andy clear.
Wow. What is
Dutch
going
has
on
got
right
half
now?
a wing left. Can they get through these final corners? F3 could be on for a podium here.
Aaron just really needs to be
He's
careful through these
he's up the
S's.
inside of Zach. Can he get the DRS? Does he have enough? Does Dutch have enough to hang on?
I think Zach might get it here.
Side by
Zach's
side.
got to run.
Zach. Oh, he's got it.
Wow. No, Coandy had a
Andy goes back to fourth
penalty.
on penalties. No, Dutch
Oh
is
my-
second.
that is
Zach
so
third. Andy's got
unlucky.
penalties.
Panda takes the win. Dutch P2. Zach P3. Wow.
Andy fourth by a tenth of a second. Absolutely heartbreaking.
Wow. I have never seen an ending to a league race.
And
Quite
Ravers
like
coming
that.
over, completely oblivious to everything that's just happened ahead of him.
Yeah. Ravers
Still picks up a point.
is just picking up all these positions and he's like, what is going on? Onto the podium, gets his first points of the season, so congratulations to him. Keeps it on the track. Wow. Wow.
What a race. What a race. Looking at the stream, it's just wow, wow, ouch. Well done, Panda. Wow,
What
wow.
a race.
Well, hands up who had that podium. Well, congratulations to Panda.
Yeah.
His first win of the season.
First driver
Dutch
other
and
than
Zach.
a Ferrari to take a win so far this season. No, he breaks
Indeed.
the domination.
In fact, not even on the top two steps. After 2-1-2s, they finished third and a DNF. Well. Azerbaijan does not disappoint.
I don't quite know what to say about
That
that.
3-second penalty for Andy.
I mean,
Andy.
even Panda won't know what just happened because he was out front.
Yep, he'll not seen any of that. I still don't know what happened to Tico, because obviously he was leading. So did him and Panda come together? But well, I suppose we can ask the man shortly. Get him into the interviews and find out what happened.
All right, I think you need to. Well, yeah, you can send the invites.
Okay. I don't think I have Dutch.
You can send it from the lobby
Oh, okay.
if you just click on his profile, I think.
Okay. How do I do this?
I'll see if I can suggest them for you.
Oh, I've got Dutch, right. I've got him. Have you got... Have you got Zach as well?
Is he on there? No. Okay. Let's have a look. There you go.
Right, so we'll just wait for Zach to join the party, and then we'll kick off with the interviews. Well,
I don't.
congratulations, boys. Well done.
Thank you.
Panda, probably a lot of what we're about to say is probably not going to mean anything to you because you've not seen anything about what's gone on, but definitely watch the stream back and watch the last lap. It was busy, shall we say.
Yeah.
Going on behind you, you obviously cleared off into the distance.
I had Alan behind me just saying many, many things. So something must have happened.
Nah, nothing. It was just really boring after that.
Okay.
I don't know if Zach's coming. So.
He's trying.
I don't. Oh,
Let's
he's trying.
bring back.
Okay. Well, we'll give him a few minutes, and then if he doesn't come, we'll crack on.
We've got the top two, so do you want me to make a start and then hopefully he'll be here by the time we get to
If
him.
you want to go for it.
So, Panda, first off, congratulations. First win of the season.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your race. Yeah, how was it from your point of view?
Well, I started off obviously on the softs like most of the people around, and then saw that loads of people came in for like an early pit stop. I think Zach maybe changed his wing or something, but I thought after that I was going to stretch it out and maybe get the fresher tyres at the end. So I was sort of slowly closing in on Dutch towards the end. Then we had that mental safety car.
Yeah, talk us about that, because we saw you obviously, everybody pitted when the safety car came out, and you came in third, and then when we flipped back to you on the exit of turn 2, suddenly you were second. What happened there?
I don't know what happened to Dutch in front of me. Sort of, I don't know if he like slammed on his brakes or something to stop him from going into a wall, but he was just sort of stationary. So I don't know.
And obviously as the race restarted, we saw Tico pick up a penalty as he sort of feigned to go. Did you run to the back of him there as he went?
I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened at the start of that safety car. It was a bit mental.
So,
who knows?
We'll have to have a word with him about that. Obviously we were watching the carnage going on behind you. Tico, having had that penalty, you were took to behind him. What happened at the start of the last lap? Because Tico went from being 5 seconds up the road to being right in the scrap for third place.
Yeah, I mean, I went around the outside, and then we were sort of side by side, and it seems like from what Tico was saying in a Discord, that obviously we just bang wheels a bit like you do, and it somehow pinged him off and span him round. Tico is a bit as confused as I am, I think.
Yeah. Well, I say, and in amongst all the chaos, you just picked your way through it and onto the first win. So
I get about one a game, so it's extremely happy.
So, I was looking at the rest of the calendar. Obviously, you've shown great pace at Bahrain, qualifying on the front row. Great speed last time out at Mangikura as well, and obviously now you're on the way forward here for most of the race. Do you feel confident about the rest of the calendar? Are there any races that particularly stand out where we might see you standing on the top again?
Maybe Brazil. I think I used to be pretty good around there, but I think whenever Canada is, I'm not looking forward to that. Canada's always been a weak one. Plus, I think I'm on holiday. I mean, I'll still be racing, but 2 weeks. That's alright, then it won't be Canada on holiday. But I think Spain then, I think I'm on holiday for, which, I mean, I'll still be racing. I just have incredibly terrible Wi-Fi. So, we'll see what, I might have to step out because of the internet, but I'll give it a go. But yeah, just Canada really. I think that's probably the weak one.
Well, fingers crossed for some more strong results. Again, congratulations today, and yeah, well done.
Thanks.
Right, I mean, I can't even remember who finished second. Was it Dutch?
Dutch was second.
Yeah.
Right.
Half then.
Dutch then. talk us through that race then. Yeah.
Yeah, absolute chaos.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have summed it up much better.
After the start, nothing much I could do. It was pretty boring. Yeah, I was just following Tico but couldn't get in the DRS distance. So yeah, but yeah, first I had the undercut on Shaq, and luckily for myself, he pitted on the same lap as Tico did, so he got held up.
Yeah.
And Panda was behind him as well, so yeah, I had a little bit of a gap, and Tico and I were just talking about the race, and there wasn't much to do. And I literally said before the safety car came out, I really hope a safety car comes out so I can pit, because I wouldn't have made it to the end on my hard tires, because tire wear was high around here. So, but yeah, then it happened, and yeah, I decided to go on the softs. And yeah, restart. Lost out on P2 to Panda, of course, with him hitting Tico. It was a very strange moment, but yeah, tried to overtake Panda once again into turn 3, but yeah, it was very close and had a half spin, and after that I lost my front wing on the right hand side, and yeah, I couldn't do much more about it, and Panda was gone. Tico crashed with Shaq, of course, and Aaron, I think. Yeah, luckily I made it back to P2, so some points closing in on Tico, but yeah, Shaq still also in front, so.
Yeah, I mean, how was that
season.
last couple of laps sort of for you? I mean,
Yeah.
Andy sort of came out of nowhere. At that point, did you think?
Yeah, I'm so surprised he also.
Did you think the podium had gone at that point?
Yeah, I thought it was done with the right hand side. The left downhill corner. I was flying into the barrier, so I had the yellow front wing on the right side. And after that, got red. Yeah, it was absolutely terrible to drive, and luckily I made it P2 on the last straight with Shaq and someone else. I think Aaron closing in as well.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Aaron. But yeah, it was absolutely crazy, and I was very surprised I got P2, because I thought Andy was finishing P2, but yeah, he got the penalty, so.
Yeah, it was
Happy with it.
It's a bit insane. Yeah. Again, I don't quite know what to say after that last couple of laps. Either way, it's another quite decent result. Obviously, one of the Ferraris crashing out, missing the first race. You're now suddenly sort of clawing back those those points.
Probably with Shaq missing a race or two, maybe. I think the fight is still on. It was
definitely helped you.
Season. Yeah.
On to Spain next week. Are you confident of getting a decent result around there?
Well, I think I need some practice around there, because yeah, it's hard on the tires, if I believe so, from the last race I did there. So I think some practicing, and it will be good next week.
Okay. Fair enough. Right, well, Lennon, I might as well pass it. Leah, I might as well pass it back to you. You can do Zach.
So, Zach, an eventful race for you. Obviously, you started on pole. TK managed to just pip you into turn 1, and then Dutch also got you. Talk us through your race.
That's an unexpected podium for me, because I was absolutely dead on this race. I had damage, I had no tires, that was horrible, but yeah, so the first laps on the softs I had no pace. I don't know why. I was sliding a lot, then Tico, Dutch, and maybe Panda overtook me, and I pitted on the same lap as Tico because I had no tire wear, and I couldn't do one more lap because I would have had a puncture, so yeah, I lost maybe 5-6 seconds on that pit stop. And then I was P4 alone behind Honda. Then I picked some damage, orange damage on my front wing because of a stupid mistake. And then the safety car helped me a lot, and I managed to stay away a bit from the battle with Dutch, Matt, Aaron, and almost got P2 at the end, but Dutch was faster.
So that was some final couple of laps there. Obviously, the safety car restarts. You went on the attack, and then Matt Cause came after you,
Matt
and then you dropped back, and then
the pit lane.
Oh, he took you to the pit lane. Oh, of course, you changed your nose, didn't you? Sorry,
yeah. So he overtook me.
So much was going on there at the end. It's hard to keep track of what happened.
But it's really unfortunate with Tico.
Yes, what happened there between you two?
So we were 3 wide in the straight with Dutch and Aaron maybe. So I got them 2 on the first corner, and then I saw Tico really slow between the first and the second corner. So I tried to attack him, and then I had DRS, Aaron had DRS, Dutch had DRS. So we were maybe 3 or 4 wide on the second straight, and I was really on the left, but maybe Tico didn't saw me because he closed the door suddenly closed the door, and I was there, so he spun and he gave me damage. I think Aaron got damage, Dutch got damage. That's really unfortunate because he was having a good race. So.
Yeah, so it was some final couple of laps. So in amongst all that, you've still managed to pick your way through and pick up another podium. Obviously, that will now give you the. That'll give you the. Sometimes you've got to make your own luck. So you were there or thereabouts. So you picked up the podium.
No, I was too slow. Too slow.
Well, I think everybody has an off day, don't they? Looking forward to Spain then. Is this a circuit you enjoy? Do you think you'll be back fighting for the podium positions there?
I hope. It's an okay track for me, but I need to practice because today I had absolutely 0 laps of practice for this race, so it was a bit strange for me to drive with no practice. But for Spain I will have some practice, and then I will miss the next race and the next again, I think. So.
Well, hopefully you can put some good points on the board next time out then, and offset some of the damage of not being here for 2 weeks. So well, maybe a little bit fortuitous, but still a 3rd position. Great job, and great job to all 3 guys on the podium.
Yeah, congrats.
So that will bring us to the end of this broadcast. An exciting race, Joe, to say the least, at the end there.
I mean, yeah. if that isn't encouragement enough to tune in for tomorrow, for what is probably going to be more carnage, then and great racing, of course. You can't forget that bit as well. But yeah, so thank you for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
I think I'm gonna have to go watch the stream back.
Of course. Well, we'll see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for F2. See you there.